What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for stopping in today. Today I'm coming at you with a Phasmophobia patch notes video. So, they came out with a new update. You may or may not know this. This is a very big update. So, if you're a Phasmophobia player, I'd hope you would know this. So, this is the truck overhaul update v0.6.2.0. So, it's a lot more than just a truck overhaul. They've actually added 3 new ghost types as well as some excellent patches. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at those real quick today. Also, I will be streaming probably a little earlier than normal, probably about 1 or 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So maybe when you're seeing this, I will be live. You can usually catch me live at twitch.tv/NSG_BabyHuey every Friday through Tuesday at 2 p.m. We usually stream for a couple hours, but today was a little bit special, so we're going to start earlier and might go a little later than normal. So let's start it off. Let's get right into it. 3 new ghost types. We've got the Diogen, always watching. The Moiroi, which is risen from the grave to curse their victims. And the Thay, or Thai, I've heard it pronounced, the ever-aging ghost. We're going to see how that pronunciation plays out. We'll see what everybody agrees on in the community in a few days here. So these 3 ghosts will have an increased chance to spawn for 2 weeks. From what I know, it's about double the chance to spawn the first 2 weeks in my experience, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes out. Don't quote me on that, okay? So this investigation period, along with these new ghost types, this gives players around 2 weeks to try and work out the abilities of the ghosts, the traits and secrets before we update these patch notes with the specifics to spoilers. We're hoping this will bring back the original investigator feeling and allow players to work together as a team to uncover the truth. So what they did before is they would release, well, for a little while there, they would release all the information, like all the special abilities or secondary evidence of the ghost with the update. So there was no more science, as we call it in the Phasmophobia community, to figuring out the new ghosts, which kind of sucked because you just automatically knew what everything did, and it took away some of the fun of, dealing with these new ghosts. So that's excellent. It's going to be great. The community, I'm sure, loves this. So I'm glad they brought that back. Next, we have voice recognition. Our voice recognition system has been completely replaced. Good, it needed some work. We are no longer relying on Windows speech systems, meaning it supports many more languages and platforms such as GeForce Now and Steam Deck with no setup required. So the big thing with this one that first comes to mind is before when you would Alt-Tab out of Phasmophobia, your voice would not work when you would go back into the game. And you'd have to click back into it a specific way, like bring up another window, then make sure you click it back on your toolbar down your screen. Because if you didn't do it that way, your voice would not work. You could not talk to the ghost. It'd be broken. It kind of sucked because I'd ruined the mission for you. So that's gone. Hopefully that won't come back. So that's great. Excellent. Not only that, but this also currently supports these languages: English, German, French, Russian, Spanish, Japanese, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, Italian, Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, Dutch, Swedish, Turkish, Ukrainian, Czech, Greek, and more languages will be added in the future. Tremendous. I love it. Maybe I can practice some of my Italian and Spanish. I'm not that great at it, and I certainly don't know how to say ghost. So we'll see about that. And some new things as well. The truck, of course, has received new models and a new layout and materials. Equipment is now placed on the wall of the truck. Placing any equipment back on the wall similarly to head cameras will be added with the custom difficulty update, which, if you don't know, they're coming out probably in a couple of months, I think. I'm not sure. We'll see. This update took a while to come out. But they're going to make a custom difficulty update where you can customize how the game is played, how the game is played and how difficult it is, so it tailors your needs for the game. And this can also make it so that the hardcore players that like it really tough can turn everything up to 100, and that'll also pay out really good so that you can buy more equipment to Ghost Hunt. Also, when lit, the campfire and Maple Lodge campsite will now increase the temperature of the area around it. Excellent. I think a lot of people thought that it was kind of just a given that if you turn on a fire, it's going to be warm around it, but it didn't. So I think maybe some newer players were confused and thought that because it was close to freezing but not quite freezing around the campfire, that it was freezing because fire warms things up, right? So that's a lot of confusion that's been wiped away, I think, with that. And it's just realistic, so it's good to have. The Maple Lodge campfire will now show a hot temperature reading on a thermometer. That's realistic. Excellent. I look forward to pointing my thermometer at the campfire and seeing how hot it is. You can now buy 4 lighters and 3 salt shakers. This is huge because everybody always wants to fight over the 2 lighters in the truck, right? And then that means only 2 people can use smudge sticks or have smudge sticks ready to use. So this will make it so everybody can use smudge sticks or be ready with their smudge stick. And this will also make it so that players that aren't so good with using smudge sticks can practice because they're not scared that they're going to kill everybody. So great. And the 3 salt shakers, not only are we going to be able to get more excellent feat picks, but I hate it when the ghost decides to move rooms right after you place your salt. So now you'll have an extra salt shaker just in case. That's awesome. Added new footstep sounds for the metal floor in the truck and on the ramp. Okay, that should be interesting. Some other changes. The number of free hiding spots will now be increased when playing multiplayer games. Excellent. They had this weird thing where it was like 9 hiding spots on Tanglewood, which is ridiculous. And then they brought it down, so it's kind of been horrible again. There's nowhere to hide. But now with 3 players, you have 1 extra hiding spot, and with 4, you have 2. All right, well, they're trying to balance it. I'll give them that. Voice recognition splash screen has been removed. Okay, the map screen in the truck now is an up and down arrow for changing floors instead of a single button. Good, that can be kind of confusing. That's very straightforward. When using their ability, Jin now leave EMF at the fuse box rather than where they currently stood. That's great because it makes sense for it to be where they made the interaction, not wherever they were standing, you know, in their ghost room or whatever. Let's see, where were we? You will now never see ghost mist when the ghost type is an Oni. So if you don't know, Onis do not do the ghost wisp event, which is where a little ball of mist comes at you and goes, ah, which if you didn't know, Onis can't do that. And so apparently they're having problems where the mist ball was showing up on the map, and that would maybe confuse some people to think it wasn't an Oni. Or to think it wasn't an Oni when it actually was. The cursor will no longer lock when playing in VR. I don't really play a lot of VR, so VR players, let me know how helpful that is for you guys. All locations have had their lighting rebaked to higher quality to help reduce any light leaks and artifacts. I know they were having issues with like light reflections on things where light was non-existent, so that's good. The chance for a mere light ability has been slightly increased. That's awesome because it used to be like crazy, like you could just flip the switch and if it turned it off on you one time, then you knew that there was a mirror. And they basically almost completely did away with that for a while. It was super rare, but it looks like they're trying to balance that out, so that's good. Replace the Russian, Ukrainian, Turkish, Greek, and Japanese fonts to be more readable. Excellent for those languages. And then some final fixes that we have here. Sandy pills can no longer be duplicated for extra uses. Okay. CJ, I know. You had to do it to us. But that's okay. We were breaking the game anyway. Sandy pills will now give the correct insurance amount. Good, because we are owed what we are due. You can now use the main menu boombox in VR. Good, because that would have sucked to not be able to listen to the excellent boombox music in VR. The delay when taking a photo has been removed. So what it used to be was there was a 3-second delay after taking a photo. Then they narrowed it down to 1. And now what they have done is that whenever the animation where your picture goes and minimizes on your camera, whenever that finishes, then you can take another photo. Still too long if you ask me, though. Yuri can no longer drain your sanity when you're outside the location. Good. Yuri can no longer stop interacting if they use their ability in the Willow Garage. Good bug fix. You can now interact with all interactable objects in VR. I would hope so. That's the point of VR. The photo camera sound will now muffle correctly between floors. Good. I don't want to feel like the camera's right next to me when really it's a whole floor, away. You can no longer light lighters with lit candles. I didn't know you could do that, to be honest with you. I'm sad I never saw that. Candles can now be lit with other lit candles. That makes sense. Candle and lighter flames will now cast correct shadows. Good. And in case you saw a little jump there, my home phone started ringing. I don't know why we put one in here. Sorry about that. The shoulder flashlight will no longer break when closing and opening the truck doors. Okay, good. Fixed missing Korean and traditional Chinese text. Okay, good. The controls text in the training will no longer overlap the keybind text. Good for new players. And potential fix for the VR runtime, launching when playing without VR. Excellent. Okay, so that's the patch notes. I will be playing, like I said, sometime between 12 and 1 p.m. PST. So hopefully you can catch us there. Twitch.tv/NSG_BabyHuey. You can also catch me Friday through Tuesdays at 2 p.m. PST. I hope to see you there. See you in the next one. Leave a like, subscribe. Have an excellent day, excellent weekend, because today it is Friday. If you're seeing this today, but yeah, have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.